13. All right. Somebody's trying to hack one of my Facebook channels. I don't know which one it is. I don't really care. I don't understand what is the financial gain? What is what's the point of hacking a Facebook account? There's no value in that, is there? To a bunch of other accounts and then you hack them. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. Maybe somebody can explain. Hey, Josh G, what's up, buddy? Good morning. Maybe somebody could explain to me the am I missing? What is the Benny Schaefer? Hello. Brab, good morning. Oh, I have to unblock. I have to block one of you guys. Okay, here we go. Give me a second here. I'm just going to unblock this guy. He sent me a very nice message on Twitter. He's like, dude, I didn't mean to. Was I don't mind unblocking you guys. It doesn't matter. If I block you and you really want to get that badly back into the show, I'll let you back in, man. Look at some of these other names on here. See if somebody's going to get a. Nope. I'll unblock Steven Running's name. But fuck you, Steve. Fucking snake killer. Bullshit names. I don't recognize any of them. So we're good. Okay, that was good. That's a done deal. Okay, we're back. Still here in Florida because I moved here, buddy. I got my driver's license. I registered my truck here. I established residency here. $10,000 to move to Florida. Would you do it? To me, I was like, yeah, it's worth $10,000 to me to move to Florida. I'll save that in the taxes that I pay in California, right? Easy. So I want to talk to you right off the bat here about Roe v. Wade being overturned by the Supreme Court. So this was Donald Trump's promise to his Republican base. Overturn Roe v. Wade. I will put in the Supreme Court justices and we will overturn Roe v. Wade. Now, what the insidious part of all this is when each of those Supreme Court justices was being vetted, said that they would not touch it. And I'm quoting them all when they said, Roe v. Wade is the law of the land. And all of them looked you in the eye and understand Donald Trump is doing exactly what he said he would do. The Roe v. Wade being overturned is Donald Trump. And there's a whole bunch of women here overturning Roe v. Wade because they're pro-life. They're saving a beating heart, as my mother put it. What meat are we talking about here, buddy? Ribs? Ribeyes? Hells yeah, you're back in Florida. Yeah, I'm back in Florida. You're just realizing that, dude, I've been here for a month and a half. Hey, I ain't got a problem with meat, man. I'm not a vegetarian. What are we going to do? Roast beef Sammys? I like a good roast beef sub on a good bun with some good bread. You can cook them. I've got a professional chef on call. Ducky Hollandaise. Oh, I moved here, man. I moved my dog and my cat and me. This is where I want to be. I'm very happy here. Very, very happy here. There was just a deer back there. I forgot to show you. It's not there anymore. But I'm so fired up about this Roe v. Wade thing, man. And also I want to talk along the same lines, libs of TikTok. I want to talk, and I want to show you a video of someone that they're trying to ostracize. I guess that would be the right word. His promises or goals. I mean, if getting gas back to Obama term prices and shit was his goal, he sure accomplished that. Who is that? Who said that? Let me turn the chat back on so you guys can see it. I love it. What's your name? Colton Clark. Can you come to my show more often, please? Colton Clark. I would love to be friends with you. Oh, is it lagging, guys? Are we got lag? I'll turn off StreamYard and I'll start the show over. No problem. I'm used to it. I was wondering. I was checked my speed. Everything was fine. I don't understand why this is doing this now. But I'll go ahead and one person tells me. Is it lagging for everybody else? I'm assuming it is. Can I get an answer? From you guys. Mentioned you and then you show up. Oh, it's not bad? I want it to be perfect. Every show should be perfect. No skip. It's lagging. All right. I'm going to start over again because people won't stay. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to restart. All right. I'll see you guys in 2 minutes. Didn't even get to smoke yet on that first show. Drop frames detected. Let's see how bad that is. I don't understand what's causing that. It's not bad. You know, I wonder if I unplug the extension cord. Hey, Big Mark, you made it back. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and wait a couple seconds before refreshing the chat because it is saying that there's 0 people watching, but Merck is definitely here. So I guess I'll just give it a couple more seconds here and then I'll refresh the chat and we'll get that chat number up. If you guys could chat, you know, as soon as you come back in here, that would be great. So I know you're here because you can see it says 0. If you could just say hello or that you're back or whatever like Merck did, that'd be great. Colton, I actually tune in a lot. Colton, well, you should participate more, man. I want to hear what you have to say. You know how hard it is for me to get people to come into my chat and write more than one sentence and use punctuation and capitalize letters and shit, bro? I'm telling you. Hey, Brap. Hey, Benny. I'm so glad you guys made it back. It's hard. When someone comes in here and actually talks to me, man, it's a big deal. And I want that. I want more people to chat, man. I'm not asking a lot. But you, bro, you're chatting, and I like that. I see that, and I recognize it. Nick Brown does it. You know, he chats it up, and I appreciate that so much, man. I just wish people had more than one word to say to me when you guys were in chat. I know you guys are smarter than that. I know you guys have opinions. You know, if you're pro-life, well, you know, let me hear from you. If you think a woman doesn't have a right to choose, if that's why you're all clammed up and you don't want to talk to me, I'm off right now. Most of the time when you're live, I'm working. I got you, Colton. Well, I'm just so glad that somebody is actually talking to me in full sentences, bro, and actually giving me their opinion. I don't care what it is. I just want to see people participating right here, you know, especially when this is what I have to deal with every day. You know, it must be nice to be Jackson Hinkle, turn on a live show and have 5,000 fucking chats scroll right by before you can even say hello, you know? That must be amazing. I wish I knew what that felt like. What is today, Monday? Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Oh, the deer are back. There you go. Great. Here you go, guys. Check it out. Come on. Brightness. I swear there is a deer right there, and I cannot see it on camera. Oh, there it is. I see it now. I'm going to point to it for you guys. It's right there. And it's just, you know, good luck in trying to get this thing. When the sun is out, this camera just cannot deal with the sun for some reason. Oh, it's looking at, hey, it's looking at me right now. That's so cute. It stuck its head up and it's looking at me. Let's try this again. Turn the brightness down. The gain is all the way down. Turn the sharpness up a little bit. That is just too much light outside. Oops. Too much. It's right at the base of the tree, guys. Right there. It's a deer out there. But besides political stuff, how's everything in your life? Pressing anything? If you always, I know you always got some dank. No, dude. You know, I moved to Florida, so I'm in my parents' house, right? And okay, here. I don't have my press. I don't have a rosin press, but I've got my friends, Pinoy Grower and Iceman and Big Jim and Frankie Fire and all those guys, and they all hooked me up big time, man. I mean, these guys are freaking dispensary quality dudes. You know, they make dispensaries in California look like clown shoes. Total fucking clown shoes, man. These guys are the real deal. I'm very lucky to have friends like this. And they take their cannabis very seriously, man. You know, they're all really they're in really deep, and they know what's up. And these guys have been doing this for years. When it was illegal, they were doing it. Anyway, so that's what's up with that. Let me get back to what I want to talk about, though, Colton, which is what you and I were discussing, okay? It is a little political. But in addition to what's going on with Roe v. Wade, there's this, the Libs of TikTok, which is a TikTok channel, and they've got like over 1 million followers on Twitter. And they just put up videos of usually just liberal teachers and things like that they just put up their own videos on the internet, and then all these people do is they just show you the videos. That's it. People get all messed up over it, and you're like, hey man, don't get messed up over it, liberals. Don't get messed up over libs of TikTok, because these are videos that they're putting up themselves. And if you don't like the information that you're seeing on libs of TikTok, that's on you. That's on all of you. Okay? It's not on the people who are promoting the videos that your own people want to promote and have more people see. Oh, you don't want the wrong people to see them? Well, maybe you shouldn't create the videos in the first place and put them on
the internet. Maybe. Maybe that's 100% on you. My point is this. When one of them is getting it right, I'll point it out. And I got one. I got one right here, and I'm going to point it out. You guys might not like it because you guys might totally support libs of TikTok and what they're trying to do. And you know, I'm not really a fan personally, but I like the premise. I like the fact that these people just talk them into the corner that they sit in. You know, this is their own videos, their own uploads, their own choice to do it. And if you're going to do that, then you have to deal with the consequences of when these videos fall into the wrong people, and they have. And oh boy, have you guys just opened up a wound that you were trying to stitch it shut, and it just keeps ripping open and ripping open, ripping open, and now you've ripped it open and you poured freaking gasoline in it and you set it on fire. But what they're claiming this woman does is incorrect. Now I'm going to read to you what the statement says. It says, "Oh no, just fast forwarded on me, man. I can't believe that. Unbelievable. My whole thing just, dude, my whole show just went to shit now. Oh my God. Dude, because there's some asshole at Twitter who thinks that your feed should just automatically refresh itself. Wow. Okay, so hold on. Let me see if I can find it. See, I'm following less people now, so it shouldn't take as long for me to find that post. I should have fucking retweeted it, man, or liked it or something. Come on, you fucking pieces of human garbage. Oh my God. Dude, this is crazy. I might have to just, I don't know, you know, if I go to their, if I'd be able to find the same video. It's just repeating the same shit over and over again. Where is that fucking post, man? Oh my God. I can't believe this just happened. I can't believe this just fucking happened, man. Libs of TikTok post. Where was it? Wait, I follow them. I should be able to just go to Libs of TikTok and find them. Find that video. I bet I can. Here, let me just scroll for a little bit more. See if it just pops up here. Maybe I'll get lucky. Okay, no. Okay, let's just go. I think I got this. I think I got it. All right, here, let me go to search. At Libs of TikTok. There it is. Of course, the video is not popping right up. Oh, I found it. I found the video. So anyway, this is what they say. Sorry that took so long. Libs of TikTok. Trans non-binary Texas middle school teacher explains how she incorporates discussions about queerness and transness in the classroom. You know, because you're supposed to be so fearful of this.
I have about queerness and trans. So the conversation I talked about in my last video is a lot like a lot of the conversations I have about queerness and transness with my kids. Because I work in a conservative area and I'm an out non-binary trans teacher, I have to tread very lightly for fear of losing my job. And so a lot of times I put it in terms of hypotheticals with the kids. I say, oh, some people like to use this. When I talk about my title, mixed, I say, oh, it's just a third alternative, Ms. that some people like to use. I let them kind of draw their own conclusions when it comes back to me, while also keeping it general enough to not bring the heat on myself.
Okay, now, did that seem shocking to you? When she has conversations with the kids in school and this comes up in conversation. Now, she didn't say it just like that. but that was the sentiment, that she has to tread lightly, and she puts it in terms to where, you know, she won't get in trouble, and people will be like, oh, you're talking about trades, you're talking about, you know, blah, 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 blah. We don't want you talking about that in front of our children. Yeah, what if you're a high school teacher or a middle school teacher or an elementary school, and a kid says, why do you call yourself Mix, blah, 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 instead of Mr. or Miss? What is she supposed, or he supposed to do? What are they supposed to do? So Aaron Ide says, so fucking wrong. What's so fucking wrong, Aaron? Let's talk about this, because this is important. I want to know where you guys are coming from on this. If you have to weasel your way around something so you shouldn't be discussing with children. Is that how you feel about it, Aaron?
I would pick up a few stuff for you that you need.
Aaron, shouldn't that teacher be able to openly discuss whatever the kids want to talk about in class? And do you know the ages of those kids? And it doesn't fucking matter to me. The ages don't matter at all. I mean, if you're old enough to call your first grade teacher Mr. or Mrs., whatever, old enough to call them Mix or whatever they wish to be called, and learn the reasons why. Right, Aaron? What, do you think kids don't have the ability to learn about gender? Is that too sensitive of a subject? If that teacher helped me, would be fired, and it makes me sick. Oh, Brap, are you the expert on what age a child should be able to discuss gender? It depends on the age. What's the age, Brap? Since you're an expert on the subject, what's the age? I'm just kind of curious. This is the problem, guys. My own audience doesn't even get it. This stuff has gone right over your heads. And you guys are just feeding into the narrative. I'm not telling my 8-year-old about his teacher who chopped their dick off. Why not? Why not, Brad? Is your 8-year-old too young to find out that people have different genders? You know, there's boys and there's girls. Do you think he's figured that out, or she's figured that out, Brad? You think they figured out the difference between boys and girls, and they can't know that there's something else? Why? Why? Why, Brap? I'm just kind of curious. I want to understand this mentality, man. And since you all, Aaron and Brap, and you know, since you all seem to agree with this sentiment, I want to know why. Why are you so scared to talk about gender to your 8-year-old? What if your 8-year-old is having some confusing thoughts around gender and sex? Well, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it, my child. They're just going to have to be confused until they hit 18 and find someone who loves them enough to actually have the conversation with them. You know, like this teacher right here. The world's different now? Oh, is the world different? Is the world different? That's a good thing to say. Is the world different, or are we just allowing people to express themselves more freely? And we're finding out that the world's been different all along. We've just been silencing them and shutting them out. Oh, because, my 8-year-old can't hear about gender. Oh, someone's different than a male or female. My 8-year-old can't hear that. It's too confusing. Oh, my voice is fine.
No, it isn't.
This is what I do with my voice, Mother.
But don't do it.
This is my job. This is what I do. This is what my voice is for. They can know. Oh, wait, let me see what Aaron said. They can know that there is something else, but they can be taught that by me, not the teacher's place. What if your child doesn't trust you because you don't want to have the discussion with them, Aaron, so they go to the teacher to ask? Because that person has more love for your child than you obviously do. Then what? You know, you're not doing your job as a parent. That's what teachers step in. Hey man, you're not educating your kids, are you? The teachers are. You don't want to do that yourselves. And why can't they discuss gender? Isn't that a part of life too? This is hilarious. I can't believe how fragile my audience is. And you know what? You guys have become fragile because I've stopped calling you out and I've stopped cursing you out and I've stopped being mean to you. And now you've all just become complacent with life. And I'm seeing it for exactly what it is. I'm in shock. I'm in total shock. I don't care whether you agree with me on this or not. I don't give a shit. I'm just in shock about it. I really am. You know, I can't help the feeling that I have of shock around your ignorance, my audience's ignorance. You know, at least Docky Hollandaise gets it. Yeah, you can discuss gender. You don't need to talk about trans and shit. Really, Brad? Really? Isn't that a discussion around gender? Isn't being transsexual a part of the gender discussion? I have no clue about this discussion. Oh, because I don't have kids? I love your children more than you do, Aaron, obviously. It's fucking sad. You know, you assume that your children can't handle information. You're like the fucking ministry of truth, man, for your children. It's hilarious. God, fucking parents, dude. You guys are power trippers. You really are. Everyone disagreeing with you, you're shitting on. Hey, man, you want to treat your children like that. You want to objectify your children like that. That's fine. You don't want to treat them like human beings. That's fine. You don't want to have a regular conversation or answer their questions. That's fine, man. That's on you. I'm not raising your kids. I'm just, like I said, I'm just in shock about it. And when kids have a lot of questions, man, you should answer them. You know, and it doesn't matter who's answering the questions if they're answering them correctly. It doesn't. Hey, man, I haven't blocked anybody today on this show. I'm not about to. I'm not even thinking about doing it. I'm just sitting here like in shock that you guys really, you're like, I don't even know why you had children if you're not going to be honest with them. You know, and tell them, yeah, people do chop their genitalia off. Yeah, it's a thing. What, you can't tell them that? What, are you afraid they're going to go do it? Is that it? Is that it? Well, I don't understand what the cutoff is. I don't understand what the reason is, you know, for you making a decision like that. I just don't understand. Yeah, if your child goes up to you and says, I saw a video of two people doing this and I don't understand it. Yeah, you could explain to them, well, that's pornography, you know, and that's a video of people having sex. That's how your mother and I created you. You can have that discussion with your child, Brap. You can explain porn. It's okay. You guys are way out, man. And you're the ones that are raising kids. I should be the one raising children, not you. You guys are monsters. You're not making any sense at all. I'm a father. I'm straight up honest with my kids. I tell everything and then tell them what I would do and also tell them just I don't do it. Right? Colton, is that so hard? Colton is making the most sense. I swear, I saw Colton in here this morning. I was like, this guy I like. I like the way this guy talks. And I totally agree with you. Is that so hard? You know, they've got brains, man. They can figure this shit out. You tell them, you explain them, you guide them. And then they're not so confused about it. And they don't have so much fucking hate in their hearts because you taught them to hate. Because you didn't explain it to them. So when you don't understand shit, you hate it. You know? Oh, yeah. It's how it works. Your wife's sister's husband is trans and we talk about it. That's good. You don't need to volunteer this info. No, you don't need to volunteer the info. Brap, you're right. You don't need to volunteer the info. I'm saying when a child has a question, it's okay to answer it. Right, there you go, Brap. There you go. That's right. I agree with you. See? Hey, see, we made progress. You see that, Aaron? We made progress, and I didn't block anybody. Because I'm so mean to you. Psst. Look, you guys, libs of TikTok is a fantastic thing. Don't get me wrong. These people put the information on there. It's there for you to see. Yeah, there's a lot of bullshit that they say. There's a lot of, anger and hate and improper things that way they talk to kids and all kinds of things. Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. All I'm saying is this one teacher had it right. And I was just waiting for somebody in the audience to go, Nate, I think I see what you're saying. I think I get it. You can disagree with people on a lot of shit, but you listen to them because at some point they're going to say something that you agree with, and that's where you start building the foundation for your relationship on what you agree on, not what you disagree with. Does Colton have Twitter? I hope so. Colton, come on over to Twitter, bro. Come join us over there, man. I'm at Nays Garden on Twitter. Please consider it. Just more people that want to contribute to the conversation. That's what I'm looking for. And I'm just trying to have a conversation here, man. I have a feeling that if some of you guys understand me better, we're going to have a better relationship. If you understand why I defend the things I defend, we're going to have a better relationship. Whether you agree with me or not, I'm going to explain to you why. I've been a fan of Nate since 1819. This is just him. This isn't him upset for sure. Well, he's just trying to have a conversation right now. Well, Colton, because you're here, I'm able to have that conversation. Because there's actually someone that's talking to me. And I appreciate that so much. I really, really do. Sometimes I'm just objectified by my audience. I'm here, for this or that or the other. I'm a toy. I get it. But when I'm being serious, man, I expect people to treat me with a little bit more seriousness, I never knew there was so much porn on Twitter. I've never seen porn on Twitter, but I'm not looking for it, I only follow certain people, and Twitter is what you make of it, just like almost all social media is. It's who you decide to follow and block, But, your kids have been exposed to so much more information than what you give them credit for. And for you guys to assume that just because they're not talking to you about it, that they don't know about it, or they don't understand it, hey, man, if you're in public and somebody walks by and your child looks at you with a weird look and you want to have that discussion, have the discussion with them. Don't be so controlling, man. Introduce your child to the facts of life. And I don't mean sex. I mean all life, everything. Don't be so restricted. And then people wonder why their kids are so fucking dumb. Well, you're not teaching them, man. You're deciding. You're the ministry of truth, man. You're deciding what they hear, what they don't hear, and you think you're going to mold them exactly how you want them to be. This is why school is so great. It's the one great thing about school is they're not restricted to your narrative when they're there. That's a big deal, man. You're on the main channel, no issues. Good, Mert, thank you. You are not live on main channel. Wait, Merck just said I am on main channel, no issues. Doc just said, now I'm gone. Yeah, I don't know. My main channel just went down again. I don't know what is going on, man. Holy shit, I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Yeah, I lost the main channel on YouTube, man. I hope everything's all right over there. Damn it, man. Wow, dude. Oh, it's on. It's back on. I don't know what happened to the main channel, guys. Am I still doing live streaming on Trovo? No, man. Trovo blocked me for life. They banned me for life for using drugs on their service. Because, you know, I use drugs because I'm such a horrible human being. So let's use some drugs. No law regarding using drugs. Cheers.
Is that our mowing people?
You're deleting trouble. Thank you. Benny Shaper, I so appreciate you doing that. Thank you. Carl! Carl's is back. He's been out all night. You're making some hash. How dare you make hash? How dare you? I am so glad we're having this discussion, man. I need to find out where you guys are at on this shit. You know, this is going to kill the Democrats. This is going to kill the Democrats in this midterm. Oh man! Now that I see how so many of you guys are, I understand. I mean, even just the cool, laid-back cannabis smokers, you guys are totally anti-educating kids about what trans rights are. You know, you guys are totally against it. Hey man, it's okay if you guys are. That's on you. I'm not. You know, but you know, this is going to be a huge problem. I wish you guys were more accepting in your hearts. It's almost like, think about this. It's a gender, right? Okay, it's a fucking gender. Whatever you want to call it, it's a gender. It's like you're telling kids you can't recognize girls. So you pick a gender. You can't recognize boys, okay? You can't look at them. You can't ask me questions about them. They don't exist. Think about it. This is y'all. Oh, my child's 8 years old. Who cares? Do they know what a boy is? If they're a girl, if they're a boy, do they know what a girl is? Does that make some sense? They understand gender. Is that okay? Doc, I know Doc, but that's you. Oh God, I wish there was someone besides Doc that said that. You're going to make sense. You're always going to make sense, bro. I know. Thank you. You're right, of course. I love teachers, and if my kid feels more comfortable talking to a teacher, then I want them to seek out the info. There's another person in the chat making sense too, bro. You know? We need more people like you in the chat. Anti-trans, whatever. You're anti-me. You need to go fuck yourself if you're anti-trans. There's something wrong with you. You know, and if keeping that information from your child is a good thing, you're an idiot. You know what, should they ignore someone who's trans whenever they're in public? Not recognize them, not open the door for them, you know, not say hello to them? Or, you know, help them up if they fall over, or help change their tire if they're on the side of the road, or give them the shirt off their back? Are they not human beings to you? Are they less than a human to you? Are they subhuman? Are they not human at all to you? I just hope some of y'all are thinking about this, man. Really hard. You know, you're going to spend some time and think about this. You know, because you are a discriminator. If you don't think your children can know about it, you're a discriminator. And you should look at that, you know, real deep. And well, think about it like this. That's why you shouldn't give a kid who's under 18 cannabis, because their brain is still developing. About it like that at all. Benny, cannabis isn't going to hurt your children if their brain is still developing. In fact, it's probably going to help develop it better. It's probably going to make them smarter. It's probably going to make them more intelligent. I was 14 and I tried cannabis for the first time. Maybe when that cannabis went into my brain, it accelerated the growth of it. You know, have they done a study on that? Do you know? Oh, you just know what they tell you, what they want you to know. Well, they also told you that it was poison. They also told you that it caused lung cancer. You know, that you were losing brain cells. Hey, Nay, we're all people. Love and respect all. NY710, thank you, Benny. But you got to think about it like this. You in person, just like every trans person, is not going to be the same. I met a lot of trans people who are nice, but I've also met not nice. That is absolutely making no sense to me at all, Benny. I'm sorry. I mean, there's good and bad people in every group. That's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. Doesn't mean that you alienate a group of people from your children's purview, you know, which I guarantee you're not going to do. And if anything, your children are probably going to resent you for withholding the information. Think about it like that. Your children are going to be like, well, you kind of didn't you, by not telling me about this. Lying by omission, I love that. I think people treat kids as property. They know what they're until 18, and even then, some of them still can't have voices. Colton, Doc, what about kids with seizures? They can't get relief, right, Doc? You know, this is that whole slippery slope you end up going down. You know, well, oh, kids' brains are developing until they're 18 years old. Really, my brain's still developing, and I'm in my 50s. What? What? And I'm smoking cannabis 3 times a day. Come at me. I was smoking cannabis when I was like 12, I think. I'm pretty smart. Nick. What's up, Nick? Hollandaise. Right. Lying by omission. Right? Benny. There's good people and bad people. Just because you turn trans doesn't automatically make you a good person. Why are you saying that? Benny Schaefer. I mean, that's got nothing to do with the conversation we're having. The conversation we're having is whether or not you feel like your child should be allowed to have a conversation with a teacher or a guidance counselor in a school regarding any questions that they have. You know, we've never seemed to have a problem about this in the past. Why all of a sudden is this a problem today? You know, when I grew up, if I wanted to go have a conversation with a police officer, a guidance counselor, principal, or a teacher about anything, I always felt like I could. There were no rules, regulations controlling my speech. There was no ministry of truth. Are you kidding me? Things are changing fundamentally. Roe v. Wade is getting overturned. Things are changing fundamentally, Joe. What the fuck, Joe? But, you know, I didn't vote, so I can only feign my anger. But you guys have voted. I'd be pissed. Billy! Billy is here. I believe people are free to make their own decisions and do with whatever they would like to do as long as they're not pressing their agendas on me. I'm good. Live and let live, Merk. I totally agree with you on that. Benny. And I'm telling you that some of these schools in America are hiring transgender teachers. I thought that's what we were getting at. My apologies. Dude, is there something wrong with a transgender teacher? What are you saying, man? That someone who's transgender can't have a job? I don't understand where you're coming from with that, Benny. What is that statement? Some of these schools in America are hiring transgender teachers. Yeah, so what do you care what's going on down in their pants, bro? Is my question to you. And what difference does that make to your children? Explain that one to me. This should be good. Billy, the American Academy of Pediatrics supports medical marijuana for children with debilitating conditions and for whom current therapies are inadequate. Colorado pediatric experts displaying clinical evidence so far supports its use. Thank you, Billy. It's true. Kids should have, and you know, whoever said 18 years old, I should think about it like this. I think you just got proven wrong. Thank you, Billy. They act like kids don't have rights. Colton Clark, they act like. I don't know where you're coming from with they. You got to tell me who they is. I have a gay uncle, and to tell you the truth, I could give a fuck. Okay. I have a flagrantly gay. You know? I have no problems. Love the guy. I'd have no problem with transgender people at all. Oh, okay, good. Good. Well, you and I are on the same page, Benny. That's good. Your channel censored out can of this, lol. Oh, dude, was that the word cannabis? Dude, are you fucking with me? I don't care what a person's sexual orientation is as long as they are the best teacher for my child. That's well said, Merc. I totally agree. But I'm trying to say that not all transgender people are nice people. You can't get along with theirs. I know, but I mean, God, dude, stop saying that. It has nothing to do with the conversation. Benny, whether someone nice or not has nothing to do with what we're talking about. There's plenty of that is the wrong word. There's plenty of male gender and female gender teachers out there who are mean, who are assholes, who are fucking cunts. Fucking cunts. Okay? Plenty. So it's just, you don't have to say that. I don't know why you keep fucking saying it. It's not relative to the conversation. How many more times do I have to tell you that? Did I explain it now? Let me know. This is fun, right? We're actually having a conversation here. This is great. I think you guys are finally, getting your points across, which is fantastic. I'm with you all the way, Nate. You got it. You're very educated and know your stuff. NY710, you're too kind. Thank you. That was too kind of you to say. Doom Chaser, good morning. How did you get back in here, Doom? What, did I unban you? Jeez, we'll see how long you last. But the second that you disagree with one transgender person, you paint you as transphobic. Okay, that's not true, Benny. You haven't been painted transphobic by the entire community. Maybe a few people on a social media site, and maybe that's what you're referring to. But see, first on Benny, you like taking, one bad apple and ruining the whole bunch with it. Do you understand that you're doing that, Benny? You're doing it on a second level now. The same thing, just doing a different analogy, so to speak. Colton, the other side, the ones opposing kids being allowed to know more. The other side, the ones that are opposing kids being allowed to know more. They act like kids don't have rights. Well, the way some of you parents speak about your children, you wouldn't think they did have any fucking rights. My child isn't going to hear about trans people when they're 8 years old. What? The fuck kind of bullshit is that? I'm not going to tell them why they took their dick off. What? You have no idea how ignorant that sounds. And tell me that I can't speak about this because I don't have a child. Oh, man. That's hilarious. So let's keep moving on. It's like I said, you're grouping people together there. Colton, the other side, the ones opposing kids being okay. I got you, Colton. I got you. I have a sister who turned into my. I have a sister who turned into my brother. Debbie, that's cool. Billy, no, it was marijuana. I copied and pasted. Sorry about that. It was marijuana. Okay. I had a feeling you were going to come back and say that. And I didn't say it out loud, Billy, but I was thinking you were going to come back and say that. I said, he's going to come back and say it's marijuana. Because there's no law. There's no law regarding cannabis. What? Oh, snap. On this show. So, at the doctor's, I'll talk to you later. James McGill, how dare you not use your Bluetooth earphones and ignore your doctor's advice while listening to this show. Benny, you get it? You get it? So we're not going to group people. We're not going to group people because there's one bad person and say this whole group is bad. And that's got nothing to do with the conversation. You're good. Good. That's awesome. We'll move past that now. Now, see, what Benny just did, guys, he took a point that I made and he's like, I got you. And now we can stop talking about that and we can move on and we can build on our conversation. And that's growth, man, right there. That's growth. And that's how the conversation grows. And that's how the relationship grows. At the door, someone's here. Who could it be? I don't know. Should I go? Should I get up and answer? Move your truck. It's in the way. Now I got he didn't say yours. But I'll ask him. Any of you folks will check it out. It's gonna move my truck. Sorry about that, guys. Holy shit. All right, so I had to move my truck. I had to move it twice, man, because they were like they're putting on pieces on the front, and the strips are really long. So my truck was in the way, and he's like, it's like these are really long pieces. I had to move it twice. And, Billy Mays. Thank you guys for waiting, by the way. So maybe we should smoke some bong rips in celebration that you guys didn't leave. Could you imagine 50, 60, 70 years ago, they would say that we, the future, are crazy? You know, this was predicted. You say 50, 60, 70 years ago. Annie, there's a book, it's called 1984, was written by George Orwell. I believe it was written in like 1930s or something. It's old, maybe the 50s. But anyway, just like you said, he predicted this. He said the government will have a ministry of truth. And now Joe Biden just created one, right? People will not be allowed to be different from each other. You know, in his world, you know, I think everybody was wearing the same clothes. Everyone lived in a small, tiny little box type apartment. Everyone had an assigned job, and you know they had this big brother government that was peering into your apartment to make sure you were doing your exercises in the morning and shit. You know, it's a fucking nightmare, a dystopian nightmare, and this is literally we're there. You know, people are like, "Oh, it's going to be there. It's headed that way." But no, we're there. The smart people, the most intelligent people, know that we are there right now and admit it. That's how you know you're smart. You've seen the movie Idiocracy, and you realize that the whole Trump era was the certification, basically, of that we're living in idiocracy. You know. Cheers. And now people just can't get over that mentality, and it's just getting worse. Now everyone thinks they can lie. You know, oh yeah, I'm gonna forgive student loan debt. You know, Ministry of Truth, radical leftist agenda. Hey, what's up? Released June 4th, 1949, influenced by the American government adopting Nazi tech. Now I was like 1930s, now I was like, 1950s, 49. I was honing it in. Thank you. Released June 4th, 1949. That book was called 1984. And he predicted the date, would be 1984, but it's 2022. Well, 16, in my opinion. But that was just the mentality that was going to lead to where we are right now in 2022 with Joe Biden. That was the overreaction that was predicted would happen. There would be an overreaction by the left, and they would create this overbearing government that controlled everything. They would take over everything. They would subvert the other side, which is, this is what they are always trying to do. The Republicans are trying to subvert the Democrats. The Democrats are trying to subvert the Republicans. And the Democrats might, get their way. And as of right now, Republicans get back in power, they're going to have a heyday with this Ministry of Truth bullshit. Transgenders are not real people. You know, you can't say the word trans anymore. It comes off of all government forms. You're either male or female. You guys like that? That'll be a ministry of truth under the Republican leadership. And this son of a bitch, Joe Biden, created it. Barack Obama did the same damn thing with that law that he passed. And when we said he's making this indefinite detention act, it doesn't make sense. He's gonna forego habeas corpus. He's going to allow people to be jailed indefinitely with no legal recourse whatsoever. All he has to do is say you're a terrorist. I could be a terrorist. They could say anybody's a terrorist and lock us away. And we said it. And we said, who's going to be the next president, Barack Obama? You don't even know. It could be some maniac. And what do you know? Here comes Donald Trump. We talked about this back in the day. You could go find my podcasts years ago, and I covered it, and I warned you. And I said, this is where we're headed. Welcome to the jungle. You know, here we are. You've been listening? Well, I wish you would chat more. What do you call a Jew president that funds a Nazi army? Zelensky? President Zelensky? How did I do? Did I do good? Yeah, and Doom Chaser, I'm just going to go ahead and block you. I knew it wouldn't take long. Bye, cunt. Take care. Poof. It didn't take long, did it? Did you like that? Did everybody like that? Did you guys catch that? They're banging so hard on the roof, putting these panels on that they're knocking the lights down from the where they're seated in the ceiling. You know, they're coming down out of the ceiling. We're gonna have to go up on a ladder and put the lights back up. They're beating our house to death, man. Dude, another one of my what is going on with my channels, dude? All my channels are going down. I have no idea why they're losing connection. This is the weirdest thing, man. I just lost 3 channels. I'll try to turn them back on, but this happened to the main channel too. Okay, I'm firing those 3 channels. You guys might get notifications right now that I'm live. Maybe. It's possible. As these 3 channels, if these 3 channels fire back up. 1, 2, 3. They all came back on. This is really first block of the morning.
Is a breakdown of human behavior. But I talk to teenagers now that don't seem to be
Billy. Doom, was it so hard to say Jewish? No, because he is an anti-Semite, so he's going to say Jew instead of Jewish. That's how anti-Semites speak. You know, he hates all Jewish people. So fuck him. Like I said, he's a cunt. 3 more letters I bet you call Domino's the Wop Shop, you fucking dickhole. I love you, Billy. I love you. First one of the morning, you have notifications. I got notifications. Oh, you guys got a couple of notifications? Oh, we might. Maybe some people will show up to those channels. In fact, you know, I'm looking at them and no one has showed up to any of them. Main channel is still down. What? No, main channel shows up as full on the main channel right now. Am I right? Can someone on the main channel confirm the... Made it an hour before he had to block someone. Yeah. Well, it was Doom Chaser. Doom Chaser's on a permanent ban on this channel. And you guys can see why. And you guys heard what I said to him when he came in, right? I go, how long is this going to last? Is this not the main channel? It shows me blowing a smoke ring, Radical. It shows me going like this and a smoke ring right. If that's the avatar, that's the main channel. It's got 25,000 subscribers. I'm a mod somewhere and not here. Yeah. Mom, does Bethany have you doing squats? Does Bethany have you doing squats? Bethany?
Doing squats,
Yeah.
we do lunges.
When do this. When you're doing, look what you're doing. Stop and do it like this. Like kind of put your.
Yeah, I know how to do it, honey. I'm just trying to.
But listen, Mom, your back, you're totally going like this and keeping your posture straight up while you do it. And while you do that, you're getting exercise while you're cleaning. You know, you do that squat. There you go. Keep your posture. She says I have to bend over. My arms aren't long enough. If you squat down low enough, you'll reach. That's the thing. That'll build your flexibility too. It's only showing 2 out of 6 channels on my YouTube app. Yeah, that's incorrect. I'm showing everything online right now except the channels I have turned off. There's 2 Facebook channels that got disconnected. And everything else is showing online for me. I don't know. Usually these are pretty accurate. The garbage pickup channel and the microphone channel are down. Should we pack a bowl for the show? Tula, hello. My mom is 78. How old's your mom? She's 80. My mother. She works out once a week. She's running around all the time. She's very active. Hi, Tula. Radical says hi. Hi, hi, hi. I got Nay's Garden channel on YouTube up and Facebook. Colton Clark, thank you, buddy. Double login. I'm going to call you Kenny Loggins, man. Because you got all them logins. That was a good one. I bet you Billy Ballantyne laughed at that joke. My piglet visa. I had to back out of the YouTube and restart the app. All channels are up, man. Thank you. Now we just got to reconnect those 2 Facebook channels. And then we'll be golden. Nay's Garden, do you still have a place in California? Yes, I do. I still have my house in California. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to try to use this lighter up right here. I'm trying to use this lighter up. Your new water pipe find in the creek just caught up on your videos, right? Found this in my creek. What? Some people still don't realize that. I'm like, this bong came from that creek out there. People were just saying, people make fun of me because I find stuff in the creek. I found this. This beautiful piece of driftwood. I found this in the creek. How'd you like to have this hanging on your wall, mounted or something, or even just hanging like a wind chime with a bunch of wind chimes hanging off the bottom of it? Wouldn't that be beautiful? I found this in the creek. This bottle and this golf ball tee. I found this in the creek. You know, I find all kinds of things in the creek. They're kind of neat. But I found this in the creek. Ha! Let's smoke to that. Cheers. Meta froze my earnings because is the piece I received at the creek. Meta froze my earnings because I was making bank, made a paycheck in a week. Then when it got back up to 100, they throttled me from 50 per hit to about 5 cents per hit. God, man. Best 420 show of the year.
All right. How about now? How about now? How how about How about now? Can you guys hear me now? You can hear me now? The sound, when you talk, the sound comes back. It's all happening. My aunt just arrived at the gate. Comes and goes, fixed, but there's still a squeal when you speak. Huh. I wonder what that is, man. It's got something to do with my phone. My phone, guys. How about now? How about now? Is that better? How about I unplug this thing? Is this better? How about that? I wonder why. I don't know. Software related, I guess. The sound is still there when you talk. Not bothering me, but so odd. Yeah. I know, right? Rebooting will fix it. I mean, I wish I could mute it and then unmute it and see if that fixes it. I can also see if there's some kind of a setting here. Here, let me see. All right. Microphone. Okay. Okay. All right. Microphone. All right. How about now? How about now? How does it sound now, guys? My earbuds in when first happened, it was so loud I threw my headphones off so quick. Really? How about now? Should I fix it? Should I turn this down a little bit? Hello. Like that? How's that? I turn it down a little bit. Audio's fixed? Okay. I turned the audio down a little bit because it was pegging. Okay. All right. Okay. So my channels keep disconnecting. I didn't know why. Oh, man, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. I could try to fix those two Facebook channels, I guess. But anyway, thanks so much for watching, the 5 of you. I appreciate all 5 of you hanging in there with me. And I will see you guys on the later show today. You know how to find me. Turn on those notifications. You know, add more channels if you're not getting notified, guys. That's all I can tell you. And make sure your notifications are turned on. All right. Bye, guys.